Welcome to the Charm School Show, your weekly lesson in all things lifestyle and relationships. I'm Kim.
And I'm Crystal. And before we get started, let's remind them to make sure you are following us on Instagram, on Facebook, on
Twitter. We don't tweet that much.
Oh,
but we on there.
On Twitter.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we are.
We absolutely are.
Are you following? I don't tweet.
Be better than Crystal.
Be better than me. Don't be like me.
And also, make sure you check out our last series that we did on online dating. We got some tips to get y'all ready for the summer.
Somebody got hooked up on an online date, but
y'all mind y'all's business. In 2 weeks, I'll be telling y'all how it didn't work, so don't worry.
In 2 weeks, you're going to have to come back to this episode that we're talking about today, which is, we talk about fuck boys.
Fuck boys. Have you been fucked over by a fuck boy? How many times can we do bleep, 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 bleep?
So let's talk about the who's, what, when's, where's, and all that good stuff.
How to save your life. Ladies, this is an epidemic. So grab a pen, paper.
Save your life.
Yeah, we
gotta save lives out there.
All right, amen. Touch and agree on today. All right, so let's get started.
Yes.
Here we are joined with the men from Don't Take It Personal podcast. We have Hollywood Cass and Jay Will on the couch with us to talk about
I just gotta say, I was a little shocked that you brought us on for this episode, so I know we can ambush. I didn't know.
We got some people coming out. You heard me say. And we start bringing girls out. Come on, quick.
Now let's get this straight. I would never.
I'm not gonna lie, in the final edit, I do want fuckboy expert under my name.
Well, you gotta prove yourself.
We gotta show
I know
what
some
we got.
things.
So tell the people who you are and about your show, because we recently guest starred on there. We kind of, dropped some gems on some sticks.
We really did.
Jim Bay.
Well, I go by the name of Jay Will. I am co-host of the Don't Take It Personal podcast. Also, local, soon-to-be worldwide actor and filmmaker.
Yay!
Stay tuned for that.
Name it, claim it.
That's right, affirmations.
Yes, sir.
I'm Hollywood Cass. I just I like to eat and tell jokes, and that's pretty much the core of who I am. That's it.
That's always the best way to describe yourself. Huh?
Nothing ordered.
Your Instagram, the food pictures, I'm like, damn.
Every day.
Every day you eating something exquisite.
Yeah.
You don't ever get a Happy Meal?
And the way you
Never.
put the camera on it, it'd be like slow motion.
Like you making love to this.
I have to go through my music to pick the proper music for that meal.
Because we've had our share of fuckboys, so we just want to figure out where are they going so we don't go there.
Why are they trying to come to us? What they see on me that look
And
like?
how we can point them out. What do they wear? What do they smell like? Are there certain
Where do
things?
they hang out?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What is a fuckboy?
Yeah, definition. Anybody got a definition?
As a man, I have a different definition than y'all.
Okay, so we should maybe start with ours.
Yeah.
I'll give you what my definition of a fuckboy is. My definition is when they act like they're into you. They're giving you all the context clues, hitting you up all the time. And then all of a sudden they finesse you for what they want, and then you be like, well, let me text Bae. And Bae ain't Bae no more.
Bae no more.
Bae didn't stay.
Or he never
Sad
was. Or he never was bad.
That's right, never was.
But he was pumping you full of hopes and dreams.
Right.
And all of a sudden you just like, wait a minute. Where's my credit card?
No, that's a thief.
That's a con.
They did that too. They think it's just a criminal. Smooth criminal.
Yeah, if niggas still not your purse, that's not a regular fuckboy. That's like the last Pokemon. That's the evolved fuckboy.
There's levels, y'all. There's levels.
Real
We're
talk.
talking about the basic level.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it here. So then what's y'all's definitions? Y'all have friends. Y'all not talking about yourselves.
I would actually say a fuckboy is any nigga who thinks that dishonesty is game. Confusing dishonesty for game, because to me,
Said.
at a certain point in our lives, I would say past 26, your average male who's not a fuckboy should become accustomed with telling the truth and still having enough finesse to get what they want. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Alright.
Always taking it to church.
There is a point where I would say your average male, the closer they get to that ugly side of 25, I feel like when you get to like 27, 28, you start recognizing stuff that you want that you didn't recognize at first.
Right.
Like I be on Instagram sometimes and I see some sweet shit and I actually double tap it. Back in the day, I wouldn't do that.
And also
Like cute
too,
babies.
Like babies, and shit that let me know that I had got sensitive.
but also too for y'all in your audience, you know, the older a man gets, the easier it is to spot if he's a fuckboy or not. You look at certain
That's true.
behaviors that he's doing at that age, and it's like, I don't think no grown man should be doing this.
Perfect transition. That's
Right.
the next question.
What's the next
The
one?
next question is, how do you spot a fuckboy? It's summertime. We going out to day
Easy.
parties.
Because
everything.
y'all are tricky these days.
No.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Not
Wait, no, hold on. You absolutely are. There's college educated fuckboys.
Yes.
There's gangster fuckboys. There's pastor fuckboys. They come in every flavor.
Yes,
So,
Jake. It don't matter.
Gang-
They are
Pass
super
the-
sneaky.
You can pass the fuck.
really, men are not. That's where I will deny, and men are not very sneaky.
Thank you.
Women just be so like y'all get to a point where y'all so ready to do something that y'all ignore
wait a
blatant
minute.
fuckery.
But he
Y'all do. It's a thing.
mind your business.
That's what I mean.
Now wait a minute, we got
You ever been so hungry? Let me give a food analogy.
Oh, Lord.
You ever been so hungry
No,
you eat some
it's
shit
so
you know is blatantly terrible?
Yeah.
CC's. I'm gonna use you as an example. I'm gonna just say you eat
I'm gonna
CC's.
use you.
You know better than to eat CC's.
last week.
But yeah, you definitely see it. Until you get over CC, you ain't gonna find the one. But I definitely believe that men are terrible actors overall. We are pretty bad at acting. But women get to a certain point, as y'all get closer to y'all like when y'all turn like 25, I would argue really when all your social media homegirls start getting wifed up and having babies and doing certain stuff, y'all getting like a biological foot race and start accepting shit from niggas that is a blatant fuckery.
Him and I have had this conversation where we're like, you know what? Like us women, we're spilling the beans too fast. You know,
That's a fact.
like we're saying, oh, I want a man that does X, Y, Z, and he'd be like, oh, I could do X, Y, Z, and then you go ahead and you're like, girl, he said, and he like, dude,
Yeah.
and then we get excited. We
basically.
gave him the playbook.
Yeah.
And then we get excited, and then we wonder why he got what he want from us, whether it's sex, whether it's just somebody to talk to,
Right.
hang out with,
'Cause he was
whatever.
bored.
Usually it's
Because he
sex.
was-
Hey! Oh, sorry.
And so,
She gave me mine.
oh yeah, y'all see this?
Yeah.
I poured everybody
And I
besides
drank.
him. But he drank all his wine before we started this recording, and now he
She
acting
knew
like
better.
And she topped me off before I even finished. So.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. Whoa! I didn't get a fair deal.
I like it. I was
Damn.
I think another telltale sign of a fuckboy is a man who has too much time on his hands. I think a man,
Yeah.
because we as men, we get bored easy. And
Yeah.
that's mainly why I do so much. I do a lot. If you know me, you know I do podcasting, I do hosting, I do acting, filmmaking, writing. There's a lot I do, and I do that mainly because I love doing those things, but also to fill my time because I get bored easy. I think a man that doesn't have a lot going on is going to fill his time with multiple women if he can.
So Tinder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Swiping. They just
Yeah.
swiping because they're bored.
Yeah, they swipe because they bored. Hell yeah, I swipe because I'm bored.
I surely
I
do.
swipe. If y'all haven't watched our last series, we talked about online dating, so go watch that.
You know what I
That
did on
link
Tinder
there.
though? Just to show you how whack niggas is. I just like everybody. I just tried to increase my chances of getting as many chicks in the inbox as possible.
I literally use it to go to sleep. Like it's like hypnosis for me. It's something about doing the swipe, and I'd be like, oh.
You gonna dream about love.
I'm serious. That may be a weird
I
fact.
feel
about
bad for
this.
every man that you match with at this point.
Sorry.
But it's to your point that people do it when they're bored or when they have too much time.
No, okay. Do you think that fuckboys get any type of pleasure from the whole manipulation of
Some
the
do,
woman?
Yeah.
And like,
It's not even the women, it's the game.
Yeah.
It's
It's exciting for them.
Yeah. For them, it's not. For some, it's not even the women themselves or the sex. It's the fact that they were able to do what they did.
It's the game.
Yeah.
It's just like the chase.
Mhm.
And then once they like, oh well, I got this one, I'm gonna keep her on the side. Well, then let me go fuck with this one, and then I'm gonna keep this one, and it becomes a game. Like they
Yup.
just playing a the game.
It's a clinical term for that type of fuckboy. It's called a narcissist.
Yeah.
Them type of fuckboys where you do it just
Let me see my
for
wine.
the spirit of the game. I definitely think there are different degrees of fuckboy. I think sometimes we end up being a fuckboy by accident. I've been a fuckboy by accident.
Oh, tell us more.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. with you.
Yeah, where you perceive something as one way, but because the communication between men and women is so different, that what you perceive to be, oh, we good. I'm just smashing. I'm cool with this situation. And then her feelings may shift, and you don't necessarily tell her that you don't want that, but you keep her on the line. That's some fuckboy shit that I've done before.
See, that might be a commonality. I mean, that might be very common.
But it's just that I think sometimes what a lot of men don't admit though is that sometimes I'll be scrolling the gram, right? I might see something, you know, when a bullshit post, every king needs a queen. You see that shit and I'm like, they sure right. I do need a queen. I double tap that on and I get to thinking about all the chicks I could potentially make my queen. But then I see Nelly Tip Drill on YouTube pop up and it changes my whole perception. So sometimes you be caught in the middle. You catch a dude in the middle stages
So
of
then
work.
you have like FOMO. So like, here's this and
Oh,
that.
I should say I did FOMO. We did the call of pride.
Yeah, I was like,
I was a fucking
he didn't know what he was. He kept doing that.
Yeah, FOMO section.
I apologize. You're not a homosexual.
No, don't disrespect my FOMO section. But I definitely think sometimes dudes do. Have you ever had that though, where you in the middle, you like, damn, I do want to settle down. I think at 30 is when that starts happening. Like for me, that's when it happened. I'll go and Creighton Barrel and be like, damn, I really want to fit. But boy, when you go to one of these clubs, man,
You be like, I can't.
I ain't ready for that family, man. I'm trying to get my booty.
But I was